Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome, one and all, to Shadows of Sorcery, Session 48. Joining us this evening are our wondrous players who actually remember to be here, with absolutely no memory issues at all, playing Prodigious Maximus. It's Elfie Oakwood.
Shitty elf equals shelf.
Tired from everything in their life, it's Darren Moran, as played by Lying in Bedmont. Tired by everything else in their life, it's Ingvar Svan, as played by Lydia.
Yep, poor bugger.
And just generally fucking tired, it's the Librarian, as played by Zarian. Shelf. Welcome, my players, welcome. Today is going to be very interesting indeed. Who wants to do the recap?
It can't be me, I wasn't here. Sorry.
Would you like to recap?
What do you
can
think
recap from my
happened, Elfie?
imagination.
What do
You think happened?
I think they investigated a murder. That was been done investigated. I think Lying did some cool ass investigatory shit. And now they're in a big room with that. Because there was a trail.
Okay. So, last we left off, our intrepid party of Thesians found themselves on the trail of a dangerous killer. Olger Antfen, a dwarven chemist or alchemist of some sort, was found dead in his home, decapitated, his head missing. You were attacked by some form of fiendish entity that had been left there to cover someone else's tracks. But you know that Olger Antfen worked within the ruins of Tharandan, a dwarvish stronghold that dates back to before the Cataclysm. This massive stronghold is where you headed. You climbed the dam that stands at the top of the Kragstead rivers, and then you worked out the dwarvish mechanism presided over by the ancestors of the dwarves to open the bridge and gain entry to the city of Tharandan. The city itself is cold and empty, dusty, but not uninhabited, as you found facing down several shadowy creatures that had pulled themselves from the shades of the rock. You managed to gain access to the first major door. You managed to gain access to the first major door of the city and entered into a long hall filled with smelting equipment and massive dwarvish machinery, at the end of which you can see, in the dark, a slumped figure leaning against one of the walls. And that is where we left off. So, my intrepid party of adventurers, you have arrived in Tharandan. You have explored a little bit, and because of your alert feat, Lying, I will give you this. You can smell blood on the air.
Guys, I think we've entered a copper refinery.
Well, that's nice. Is
But
that
to be
guy
honest,
dead?
I smell blood, and my dwarfy senses are tingling here. We probably
How
want to
tingly?
go a little bit carefully into this room.
Are we talking a little tingly? Oh my god, we're going to die kind of tingly.
The tingly I usually get before someone tries to stab us in the back.
Ah, so the more like, oh my god kind of. Okay.
Yeah, deity of choice.
Okay.
But does Darren feel like off in general, yeah? Like just getting bad vibes?
The vibes of this room are utterly abominable.
Can I do an intelligence check on these fucking refinery machines?
Sure. Why not? Roll me an intelligence check.
7.
7. You're not overly familiar with dwarvish machinery.
They're big, they're hot, they're
It's
glowing.
big,
I know that.
it's hot, probably hot. Actually, it's relatively cold at the moment. Though you do notice that even centuries after the last dwarvish blacksmith stepped foot into this room, there is still a faint warmth emanating from these massive smelteries.
That's a bit weird, isn't it? Do you sense something demonic aura, Prod?
That's a good question. My evil senses tingle.
Okay.
Do my evil senses tingle?
Do your evil senses tingle?
I'm
So
looking
you-
around, sensing
You sort
the
of
evil.
you push your consciousness out into the room, sort of trying to sense around you as to what might be there. And you sense from behind you the feeling of what once was undead before your party slew the shades that tried to pull you into their embrace, as it were. And you sort of push your consciousness forward. There isn't anything fiendish in this area in particular. There's nothing evil.
I can also sense good. Can I sense
There's
good?
nothing good.
Okay.
It's very
There's nothing good in
neutral.
this room.
But Prod's in this room, they're good.
Prod sniffs around and he like smells dusty.
It is very dusty. You sneeze.
Smells-
Dusty's right there.
No, Dusty's not here.
Oh wait.
Can I
Vizra
take-
sits
yeah,
at the
Vizra
back
with
and
me.
sort of takes up the rear of the party.
Watching our asses. Okay, I will. Honestly, Prod's gonna go investigate. Prod's gonna go investigate. He's just gonna go over here and look at what this is supposed to do because he's curious.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence or investigation check, depending.
Think. Investigation. Hang on, let me just check. Yeah, they're both -1.
Okay, I'll allow you to either roll investigation or perception.
Perception is a 0, so that's better than a -1. That would be a 2.
Oh god.
There are
I'm
some
not James.
really big levers here.
That's some big levers. He puts them, guys. It's a big
You're
levers.
kind of tempted to pull one.
You
I'm
touch
not-
those and I'll throw something at you.
Aye, Captain.
Remember
That's
the
a
last
big
time you
lever.
pulled the lever?
There's some big levers over there too.
There
There
are
was a chandelier
big
down.
levers in front of every single smelter here.
What do you think happens?
Add things.
Okay.
Sudden chandelier from
There's a big
Literally
leap.
nowhere.
Violently shandles your leer.
I can't do anything else. Prod's just fascinated by the fact that there's a lever. He's still trying to figure out what he's trying to do. What he's gonna
Alright,
do.
let's go view the fucking person at the end of the hall that's watching us fuck around.
There's a person here?
Okay,
in
so
They're staring at us over there.
so you approach the figure
God,
that
this-
is slumped in the archway at the end of the hall. They are the first thing you notice is that they are dwarvish. They're sort of like they're sitting slumped against one of the pillars with their back to the pillar. They're covered in blood, and in their hand, in their left hand, actually no, holding on their lap, kind of just staring up at them, is a severed head.
Guys, I think something funky's happening here.
Somebody roll me investigation or perception for this.
Aaron, you can roll investigation, but we're all pretty certain there's only one person missing a head that we know of.
Let's see.
You go first.
Is on the case.
You roll a 1, you've never seen this man in your life.
Not far off, but 18.
18. Okay.
And so I
Plus
let
9?
Detective Darren roll it. Yes, I do.
Yep.
Yeah. So you, Darren,
Not even my eyes.
approach this figure. The first thing you notice is that is definitely a severed head. The second thing you notice is that the figure is dwarven, and that the head that they are holding looks identical to the one that is on their own shoulders. The figure is unconscious, as far as you can tell. There is blood all across the left side from what looks to be a massive cut where it looks like someone tried to bury an axe. They're wearing leather armor. They have a pickaxe slung across across their back, and they have a dented-looking buckler shield on one arm. This is Olger Antfen, or at least it would be if it wasn't for the fact that you're pretty sure Olger Antfen is dead. Decapitated over a week ago.
Can I flip my magic vision on?
Sure.
This guy is really rocking the stereotypes here.
Any illusion magic.
Nope. None at all.
Okay, so this guy
Somebody, like-
either has a twin or a clone.
Can somebody make sure that this guy is, like, I don't know, breathing, please?
He's breathing. He's just unconscious by the looks of it.
Yeah,
He's
let's
the blood that
somebody
is
give this man a physical.
the blood that is pooling at the wound in his shoulder has encrusted and kind of congealed. It's not stemmed the bleeding completely, but it looks as if his arrival here was maybe a day ago.
I would like to walk up and use Spare the Dying.
Okay. Remind me what Spare the Dying does?
Believe it stabilizes them if they were unconscious or hit to...
Okay.
Yeah, if they have 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable.
Okay.
It makes the
So
Baron
you
blame his tax.
stabilize this being that is slumped in the hall. They do not wake, but you notice that their breathing, that has been very labored and like short, slowly starts to calm.
Okay, they're going to make it now, but we should tie them up before they wake up. We have no idea if they're like... It doesn't seem like there's magic at play, but they're definitely the one that probably killed the other guy, right? They were holding their head.
Yeah, this is. I'm gonna have some questions. That's for sure.
Did they have a brother or like a twin? You know them best, Darren.
Possibly. No, I do not. Just gonna confiscate the head for the time being, whilst we like establish the situation.
Wait,
So
I need to check something real quick with Prod. Actually, do you have Speak with the Dead or something as a paladin, or is that a cleric
Why?
spell?
That's cleric thing.
I think you can have a paladin if you break your oath. I think that's something you can do.
Quickly, stop partying. We need to talk to the severed head.
Surely.
I cannot speak with the dead. I don't think. I'll just quickly look in my items in case I have something.
Ask your armor, I guess. They're both kind of undead entities.
No, I don't have any items that could help me with that.
Oh well, worth a shot. Anyway.
okay.
I've got a severed arm.
Oh yeah, it's my severed arm. I gave that to you. Well, not mine as in my arm, but the arm I collected.
You take the head from this figure. Correct, Darren?
Yes.
Okay. So you pick up the head. The first thing you notice is it is definitively a severed head. There is like you also notice that like this head has gone through maybe at least a night or two of being in the freezing cold, after which it has been melted again. So like there's parts where ice has encrusted into it and then melted. The blood is completely congealed around the stump of the neck. It's
wonderful.
It's not in the best condition, basically.
Lovely.
The severed head has frostbite.
That's fine. This is like the third
So
or
it's not
fourth worst thing
fresh.
I've ever held.
It's
What?
It is at least a week old.
Can
Second or third worst thing I've ever held.
Oh god. What's the worst thing?
We got a bag to put it in. Let's put it in a bag.
Do we want to
I
ruin
mean, you're holding the
bag,
body
though?
parts, I guess.
You want me to take the head? Actually, these guys have identical faces. I have a feeling they might be like brothers or something, and the head is sort of him having a bit of a crisis about it.
It looked like they were fighting each other from the axe wound. Can I do an Arcana check to see if there's any like magical or ritualistic reason you would want to steal someone's head from a dead body?
If you were having a fight, where's the rest of him?
And also,
Sure.
why?
Back at the house where we visited, right? That's where his body was.
Yes,
Yeah.
I imagine
Olga's
that, but
body
why would you, like-
was in the house.
I kind of imagine this guy came to visit his brother, picked up that, like, saw his brother was murdered, picked up the head that had been severed from the body, and then came here in a fit of grief, is my current theory, but then again, I am an idiot.
Detective Darren has heard theories.
Thank you, Detective Darren.
Thank you, Detective Dan.
Okay. So, as you're all kind of standing around discussing, the figure's eyes flicker open. Have you put the head away anywhere yet? Or are you just holding it?
I've put it. Oh, okay.
Okay, so Darren's just holding it.
Yeah,
The figure's
I know
eyes
it.
flutter open with a guttural, almost inhumane cry. It attempts to lunge for you, Darren, or more specifically for the head that you are holding. But it is now bound and can't move much further. You hear a cry that is not dwarvish. It's not language in any sense. It's just as this figure sort of claws towards you or tries to, but its hands are bound behind it.
We have questions about this first, and then maybe you get it back.
Figure stills itself as it looks around and cocks its head to one side very slightly.
Are you Olgar Amthlin? Well, that seems a conclusive answer.
Are we talking about a person or a zombie?
It's not undead.
Do you understand what I am saying?
The figure blinks at you in mild confusion, as far as you can tell.
Okay, I don't think I'm getting through to this thing. But good news, probably not a dwarf, or at least not a dwarf with all the lights on.
So it's not infernal, because otherwise Prod's good and evil thing would have picked up. It's not magical. Is it like some sort of changeling-esque creature?
It's not any of the languages I speak.
It.
From what you can tell, it's not speaking any language at all.
It's like bestial, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a nature check to figure out what it might be?
Sure. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it looks like a dwarf.
Well, dwarves are made, right? Dwarves are made. They're not born.
Yeah.
So
We do not talk of it with outsiders.
Sorry.
17 on the nature check.
17. So the figure's body is that of a dwarf. That much you are certain. Biologically speaking, this thing is dwarvish. However, its mannerisms and the way it sort of acts, the way it cocks its head slightly, remind you of a bird. Like a crow
This fucker
or a
gets
raven.
soul swapped with a bird.
Does anyone have speak with animals?
Nope. This is where we need a druid.
What might do? Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to fix.
Actually, wait. Yeah, you're
Rangers.
you're like ranger. Yeah, you might have it.
Have you
Yes,
taken
the other nature class.
Have you taken speak with animals as a spell? Is the question.
I don't
This
know,
would be
I'm trying to...
literally the first time we would ever need it, and we're how many sessions in?
Oh, hold on, I'll pull up
Don't
the
talk
thing
to
on the
animals that much, alright?
Hmm.
I think it was one of the things he took.
Most of the time that we talk to animals.
Yeah, he's got speak with animals.
Nice.
Ah. Okay. So,
So what was I doing?
Welcome to this thing.
speaking to whatever it is that is the dwarf as well. So, are you casting speak with animals?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Do I need
So-
to roll for that? I can't remember.
You step forward towards this figure. You summon this spell through your veins and your bones, and you cast it, linking you and this creature, and all the creatures around you that may have animalistic intent. And the first thing you notice is that while the voice is definitely distorted and alien, it is coming through, and you hear, "Give it back. Give it back."
It's asking for something back.
I have a fairly strong guess.
Yeah, it's the head. It wants the head back, but can we get...
I guess
Why is
more
it want the head
context
back?
on this first.
It is mine! It is mine! The figure seems to be... You notice that tears are starting to gather at the corner of its eyes.
I mean, is it mine in a... That's my head as in that's something that I found, or it's mine as in it's literally my head?
You can't tell. You can't understand it. Only Ingvar can understand it.
I don't know how many birds can pass the mirror test.
He just kind of looks at the bed and goes, "Are you? What's yours? Is it the head? Is it something in the general vicinity, or?"
The bird sort of struggles, the hands again bound behind its back. The creature that might have once been a bird sort of pushes its nose towards the head and goes, "He was mine!"
Did we remember seeing like a bird cage in their home when we were investigating?
Yes, there was. There were a few bird cages in Olgrantfen's sort of home on the upper floor, but only one that seemed to have been used, at least recently.
And there were magical residuals of an illusion spell being cast aside. There was the fucking cloaked creature, of course, but there might have also been like a polymorph potion used, maybe.
So, as far as you can tell, from what you know, and from what Darren has read and found, Olga was trying to create, essentially, a non-magical method of full-body transmutation.
This is this pet bird. He alchemically transformed his pet bird into a mirror image of himself. And now we're torturing his pet by holding his owner's head away from him. We should give the head back. It's morning.
It's a man's head. Honestly, I'm surprised it isn't petrified.
Darren,
I don't think it has the same morals as humans.
Just give the poor bugger its head back, please. He's very upset that you have it at the minute.
I'm very upset that he had it.
Ugh.
I'm not even comfortable having it.
Then put it on the ground. He can't pick it up. His arms are bound. Okay.
Just put it on his lap.
I feel like I'm being hate crimed here.
You're not being hate crimed, you're hate criming a bird!
You're bird criming.
Bird
Bird
crime!
crying.
I'm gonna gently set the slightly rotten, frostbitten head at my feet on the floor.
The bird calms. It's not fully calm, but the thing that was once a bird seems to... It starts rocking to itself. You know, the way a raven sometimes, like, hops on occasion? It starts sort of rocking back and forth. Just, its eyes are constantly fixed on the head, essentially. It's barely acknowledging you. All it cares about is the head.
Ingvar, can you ask them what happened to their owner?
Yeah, not a problem. Hey friend, we were just wondering what exactly happened here. What happened to... I don't want to say owner, the one that... What happened to your friend? The one you were with?
Dark ones came at night, and they wanted, they wanted his
Yeah.
The creature sort of pauses as it tries to remember the words on the leaves, on the dry leaves.
The wind?
the words.
Yes.
Yes,
Paper.
yes.
Paper.
They want the recipe for the potion.
Oh.
But Master wouldn't give it to them. Well, they cut, and they it caused screams. So I drank. I drank, and I became, and I fought, and I failed. And he stares at the head again.
Oh, friend, I don't think you feel. I just think there just sounds like there was too many of them. Anyone would have ended up the same way. It wasn't your fault.
The creature doesn't seem to really understand the meaning. It doesn't seem to grasp the full meaning of the words. The way its mind has been altered seems to have left it more confused than anything else.
It was the shadow creatures, the dark creatures. They were the ones who attacked.
They smelled like fire and darkness and human.
It smelled human?
Yes, human, but burned.
Interesting. They're saying that the shadow creatures that were these shadow creatures attacked his master, but it's saying they smelled like burnt humans.
Resurrected human, maybe? Like,
Fire genasi?
or dragon.
Or somebody that slept near a fireplace.
Maybe.
Alright,
There are too many vague things about that. Can you ask them why they came here?
Yeah. And he turns back to the creature. Why did you and your master come here, then? Were you looking for something?
This was meaning of great importance to my master. It was of gods. Importance of gods. He doesn't seem to have a full grasp of the words needed to describe exactly what this place means.
It was his church or place of worship for some reason?
He did mention gods and some importance, but I can't quite understand.
From what you can
He doesn't-
tell, what this bird is, what this creature is trying to convey, is that this place was sacred, of importance to gods, of importance to wars, sacred to Alden, essentially. And that is why it came here, because it's the last place it could think to go. To bring the head, essentially.
We need to close the door. Those shadow creatures outside probably weren't meant to be there. We should close the door.
Okay, close the door.
Okay.
Pod closes the door.
Open it again?
We
Make
So
sure
can
we're
open it again. We have an extra two charges,
So,
I think.
to start with, which door are you closing?
The one
and-
behind us where the shadow creatures were trying to get in.
Okay,
Yeah, the
so
the
that
where
one,
Whisper is.
that one is about 160 feet away from you right now. And the one beyond that is around 250 feet away from you, which is the entrance door. So, those doors are really heavy. Which one of you guys are going to close them?
I would say that we shouldn't close the front door because the shadow creatures got past it somehow already, and that's why they're in that inner chamber with the like smoke and the lights we needed to get away from them and stuff. So we should close the one they couldn't get through.
Aye.
I would say Prod and Ingvar, since they have the highest strength scores, should do it.
Yep. On it.
Okay.
Which way are we headed?
You're headed to the back of the chamber. Well, essentially the way you came in.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
where that line is pointing. Okay, so you guys get to the door. The heavy doors are essentially pushed inwards to this chamber. So each of you take a door. They're like these massive metal things, essentially. Each of you take a door. Roll me strength checks.
Aye.
Whoop.
11.
11. And
That door ain't shutting.
Oh. It's not our day, is it?
you start to push these doors closed. Ingvar, you suddenly find yourself having difficulty. You notice that some rubble has strewn itself underneath the door in the tracks that run under. You look down, and as you're looking down, you start to manage to push your door closed, and then you hit resistance as well. And then you start to sense something.
My spidey senses, are they tingling?
You, as soon as the door starts to, as soon as the door stops shutting, you suddenly, there's a flare-up of fiendish energy. And as you look up, you notice that around one edge of the door, you can see 4 long, thin, spindly-looking fingers are grasping the edge and the edge of the other door and pushing against them. And you look up and you see the ragged edge of a cloak and chains that are slowly dangling down from the edge of a manacle at the end of this wrist that is pushing around the edge of these doors and pushing them open. I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh, yay!
And we're all really far away now.
Yep. Hold the door!
You guys try and run towards us or us towards you. I can kind of fire pretty far, but
Okay, so
I don't know if it's going to be great.
I'm melee
Let's
only.
set this
Not
up
me,
properly.
I am doing horrible in the skill rolls tonight.
And make sure that you're all
Librarian
in
rolled
the
a
right
10.
I
place. So, Ingvar, Prod. Let's see. I'm relatively certain I had a good mini for this.
Oh no. We gonna get hurt.
It's fine. We have.
I will protect that bird man with my life. The bird dwarf. Dwarf.
Speaking of it, she's on like 1 HP right now, by the way.
Yeah, I really should have healinged.
I did say somebody should like give the man a physical.
I gave him a spare the dime, but that was before we knew if he was like some kind of possessed individual or something.
Let's hope he has like somewhat okay hit points so we can go below them. By the way, did we have a nap at any point? No.
Since you were last here, probably.
Since you were last here, yes.
Oh wait, yeah.
Did
you
we
should
have
had
a
a full
full
rest.
8? Okay, full 8 hours, fantastic. I'm
Damn.
guessing my temporary hit points are gone.
Did Prod ever get hit in the fight though? I think they.
No, their defense managed to keep them out of harm's way.
So,
Oh, also, the last fight, I think Prod took a -1 to strength from the shadow creatures. Is that
Oh,
gone
yeah.
by now or no?
No, that stays. That stays until a long rest.
Okay, I also have like a -3 to strength right now.
Yeah, the shadow creatures actively took 1d4 of strength away from you during the fight, Prod.
oh. So I
yeah,
rolled a 10.
Sorry.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I rolled a 10. No, not 10. What am I saying? 10. Yeah, 10 on opening the doors. Terrible.
Well, it does happen.
Rod's pissed.
I can imagine. Okay. So. Let me bring this into being. There we go.
Oh! Oh, he big!
Oh, he big.
Oh, he
Okay.
big!
Oh,
So-
oh,
Front
sweet
row.
Christ, that is a thing from 40k.
Okay,
Oh.
so 25 to
Well done,
20.
Shane Hayden. Oh, he's got an ass!
Stop trying to fuck the demon.
I'm not trying to fuck the demon, I'm just appreciating the demon's
oh yeah,
plot.
dude.
Ah, a
that
big ass
is-
demon.
That's some significant cake right
Actually, yeah, he's got some cake actually.
It's cheap.
My God!
there. Somebody
Let's
must
move this home. Let's move this
for
home.
God's sake. Somebody
Not the
took
phallic
time
chain.
modeling the cleft of those buttocks.
Can we get 25 to 20 on initiative, please?
I don't think anyone's got that.
No one has that.
No.
You're looking
Okay.
for a ghost.
20 to 15.
It
19.
me, I've got 19.
Oh my
19.
God.
2
And
19s.
2 19s. Give me a rollies.
Rollies!
Whoever gets the higher number gets to go first.
What's it called? Rollies. D20.
Yeah,
Woo!
20.
Oh, yeah,
Jesus.
no, D20.
14.
13.
13. Prod goes first. Probably a good thing considering how close he is.
Yeah.
Alright, 15 to 10.
10.
10 to 5.
I also got 10. Sorry, I went to grab an apple from the fridge.
Oh, okay, give me another rollies, I guess.
Just a 20?
Yay,
Just a D20.
rollies.
I love playing rollies.
I got an 8.
Okay. Ingvar?
13. I rolled in Tears Fire.
Nice. Kazma goes after Ingvar, and then Lisa. Okay. So. Rod, you're up first. As
Hi.
this massive hand grasps around the edge of the door, this red and black flesh that seems to end in these massive, pointed, needle-like fingernails.
Okay, so
What do you do?
this is definitely demonic, so I'll want to use Divine Smite. As a free thing, I'm gonna yell, "Hit me!" because everyone else is real squishy.
Sounds
except for-
squishy.
Ingvar's not squishy. Ingvar, you can yell hit me on the next one. Why don't we try and ping pong the force? Anyway, and then I think I'm gonna hit it with my big evil sword, which isn't evil, totally, that has necrotic damage, but I'm gonna be doing it with Divine Smite. So,
Okay.
does a 19 hit?
A 19 barely hits.
But it does hit.
Wow.
It does
Okay.
hit. Barely.
And okay, that's 28 damage on my first hit. And then let me roll again because I've got 2 attacks. Oh, that's a 13. That's not gonna hit, is it?
That is not
Swing and a
going to
miss.
hit. So 28 damage on your first attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna check if there's anything else I can do as
Does
As a-
radiant damage do extra?
How much of that is radiant damage? That is a good point.
11.
11 points of radiant damage. So that would be an additional 11 points.
so
Because radiant damage is doubled.
28 plus 11.
Plus 11. Yeah. Don't worry.
That's 37 damage. Oh,
I already did that. Yes.
I'm happy with that.
That's what they're gonna do to the devil.
I think I can also boost someone near me. If I'm like, where's my? Sorry, I need to go to my spells because I have spells. That's an action. Protection from good and evil. Oh wait, no, that's also an action. I'm so sorry.
Smokes
Oh.
too zealously, perhaps.
Magic weapon is 1 bonus action, and it's a concentration on my weapon to make it have a +1 to attack rolls.
As a bonus action.
Yes.
Okay. Consider yourself magic weapon.
I'm magic weapon.
You are magic weapon.
Yes.
Okay. Darren, you're up.
Okay. I really don't want to leave the third person thing alone, but I am absolutely no good at range.
I mean, you look down the end of the hall and you can see these massive curling horns on this red, long-snouted face pushing through the doors that are half closed at the moment.
Most of my spells don't even reach this far. What are the odds I can mind control it?
You
How far
could
is your
give
mind
it a
control
damn
range?
good go, but
what do we think its whiz is like?
that depends on what kind of spell you're trying to cast on it.
Well, Crown of Madness is the only spell I have that can reach 120 feet.
It's further than 120 feet away.
I know, that's still my best option, though.
Yeah.
If you use your full movement, it's just in range.
Yeah.
You can give it a
That's
go.
It's only a whiz 15, is the problem.
Yeah.
Do we think the demon has really bad rolls today?
I think it is foot soldier demon, so maybe not that wise.
What else is Darren gonna do?
Yeah, I don't, at the very least, it's something I can do to contribute beyond just moving. So.
Yep, it definitely is.
less than 100. I think he's. Oh yeah, less than 120. Not by much, but enough. Okay. I'm gonna stare down the demon, which is not a sentence Darren ever expected to be able to say. And I'm just going to try and evoke the emotional sensation of there is no way I can say this without sounding like some kind of dominatrix. I'm going to invoke an emotional sensation of dominating aura present thing and cast Crown of Madness.
Okay. So, remind me exactly what Crown of Madness does.
One humanoid of your choice that you can see in range will succeed on a wisdom saving throw become charmed by you for duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head and a madness goes in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action with removing each of its skills to make a melee attack against a creature of this.
Okay, so I'm going to stop you there.
That is a human.
You unleash this psychic energy that you suddenly feel gathering at the tips of your fingers, but it disperses as this creature is not humanoid. It is not.
Is it? The wings, it's pretty humanoid.
Wait,
It is
really?
fiendish by nature. It is not mortal.
Well, I tried. Next.
Next!
It is by nature monstrous, essentially.
Oh yeah,
That
pet fiends
wasted
are considered
spell
fiends, not humanoids. Well,
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Darren?
No, that's all I got.
Okay.
Guess that. What gonna bring?
Here comes the chain demon.
no.
With
You like a short crossbow.
wrenching shriek, the doors push open on old rusty metal hinges as the demon pushes itself into the room, moving forward by about 10 feet. Standing over both of you towering by a good 8 feet, higher than either of you, Prod or Ingvar. The chain demon looks down at both of you and goes, "No quarrel with you, but if you stand in my way, I shall see to it that you are sent to the darkest pits of the hells." And he is going to bring one claw slashing down towards you, Prod, because you stabbed him, and he's not happy about that. Okay. So this is a 7 with a +8 to hit. So that is 15 to hit.
Oh, it bounces off me, babes.
You
Bounces.
watch as these massive, 6-inch long, needle-like, ivory black claws slam down against your shoulder and scratch across the armor. And you hear as these massive claws dig into the metal. And the demon sort of turns to you, Ingvar, gazes at you, and then moves forward, heedless of your existence, by another 20 feet.
Who's he trying to get to?
You don't know?
Should we try and ask him where he's? Yeah.
No, I was gonna ask him when the tank came around.
Okay, so with that, his turn ends. Ingvar, it's your turn.
He does kind of watches as the big ass fella with the big ass cheeks walks by and goes, I know you said you had no quarrel with us, but mere weak inquirers, you do have a quarrel with. So,
As a pre-action, I suppose, the chain demon just goes the head.
the head is dead.
I know.
I mean, it's a fiend. It could probably get his soul back and put it in the head.
Assuming that he went to hell.
Also, the guys who killed this guy probably aren't good guys, and if this guy's working for the guys that killed that guy, then he's also not a good guy. Makes sense?
They want this guy's full body to fucking get the recipe, because he died with it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
they have
they
ties to
wanna-
the Infernals, because they have the contract of Asmodeus and stuff, so they're probably using it to get his soul back.
I mean, that's kind of what I... in a very fancy way.
Yeah.
Ingvar,
So,
it's your turn.
That's the difference between real life int.
No.
I mean, he's just wondering if it's worth protecting the head or possibly having his own head ripped off.
What if we just destroy the head? If the full
Cosmo
body
just
can't be
crunch.
completed, then they need a really high level cleric to resurrect them. I know it would really be fucked up to destroy someone's remains, but
Not a bad
Preservation and all that good jazz.
we can just start the cremation early. It's fine.
idea. Someone fireball that head.
Just give it to Kazma and have him crunch it.
I have fire spells, let me check. Uh-oh.
No?
I don't actually have any fire. Yeah. No fire. I guess I could use a torch.
Unless we grab the head, toss it somewhere, and then have Kazuma breath attack it.
Aren't there like big vats here?
Oh, yeah. I could like run over to one and hold. Actually, they're pretty fucking tall though.
Like, Prod doesn't know what the levers do, but I think if someone did an intelligence check on how to lever it up.
You have a dragon! Have dragon take head to that! Bloof.
It's your dragon, Ingvar.
Yeah, you control the dragon, not me.
I know, but you know, when it gets to Kazuma's turn.
It is
What,
still your
use your-
turn, Ingvar.
I
You
know
need to
it's
tell me
still
what
my
you want to
turn.
do.
Use your How to Train Your Dragon link with Kazuma, snatch the head and drop it into a vat.
Well, I know you said Kazuma. Like, I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark, but we're gonna refrain from attacking it for now.
Okay. So, Hunter's Mark and now Kazma's turn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is now Kazma's turn.
Kazuma just kind of looks at the demon. He heard what, because bloody hell, that demon's probably loud at that size.
Oh, you guys all heard what the demon said. Like, you could hear its voice reverberating down the chamber.
No.
No. So
I have a question. Motion.
Mm-hmm.
Does the head technically count as an object now?
It's an
Yes.
object, yeah. It
I
has...
could hold it on my person.
Yes.
Okay, just checking that.
Why?
You'll find out. It's gonna be my turn soon.
Okay. What's Kazma doing?
Oh, you heard the mention of a head. You can see that the demon is marching forward, looking at said head. Can Kazuma take the head from the bird fella?
Well, the head's, like, on the ground at the moment.
Well,
So,
in that case,
yeah.
he's just gonna pick it, like, grab it with his jaws or something.
Yeah, you can do that. You can use your action to pick up the head. It's an option.
Really? Yeah, so he's gonna grab the head.
Okay.
It's this head and not the bird head.
It's the one on the ground, I would assume.
Roll animal handling.
Is this door in front of a? Is this a door or an archway, by the way?
I think it's an archway.
It's an archway. There's another chamber beyond it.
Yeah, I'm looking at that chamber and I'm looking at the floor.
Oh yeah, there's like molten metal.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's water.
Oh fuck.
Those are water wheels.
I have a pretty good idea for how to get rid of the head next turn. I want to teleport it to the library.
That's not how you
Okay.
do it.
It's not, but it's probably one of the safest places from Infernals in the entire multiverse.
Yeah, because I probably need another action to drop it in the vat, like fly up and just drop it in there. So
You can drop things as a bonus action.
the question is, if I got them flight movement. Oh god.
40
Flight
feet.
movement. 40. That's 52. That's 30. Am I coming back from this angle, right? Yeah, that's about 40 feet.
That is exactly 40 feet to get to the lip of that cauldron.
Yeah, so the dragon just kind of flies his way up there and just drops it straight in the lava vat thing, or whatever that's. I'm guessing
Okay.
that's molten lava or metal or something.
It
Hot.
is. It's okay. So you drop. You watch Kazma fly, pick up the head, fly up to the massive sort of vat, and just drop the head in. What only you can see from Kazma's perspective, because you kind of share this sort of visual space, Ingvar, is the head drops down into the vat and then bounces across this black surface of metal that is long cooled. There is not enough heat in this crucible, essentially, to keep the metal molten. At least, not yet.
Bugger. We should have pulled the lever. Pull the lever, Cole. Wrong lever.
Okay, Librarian, you're up next.
Well,
You just
Someone's
watched
gonna
a
attack
dragon
me
run
now.
away with the head.
I'm guessing the fiend hasn't stopped yet. I'm going to move up and attack it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So
roll two
you
Eldritch Blast.
are
I am 120 feet away or less, I think.
96 feet away.
In fact, and I'll go less far than that since I want to be the max distance I can run away. So about here, I think, will be 120. Let's
Yeah.
just look at that. Yeah. We'll just eyeball it and see that's right. Okay, Eldritch Blast time.
Okie dokie. Roll it.
Okay, that is a 20 and a 29.
Those will both hit. Roll me damage.
That is 28 total.
28 total, none of that radiant, correct?
No, all force damage.
Okay. 28 points of damage. Visera is up next, whose first instinct is going to be, I don't know, because Dusty isn't here, and, well, I'm gonna say Visera's first instinct is going to be to back off a little bit, just to keep some distance. And then they're gonna throw a dart, which will do, which will not hit. The dart sort of bounces off the hide of this creature. Prod, you're up.
God really wants to pull a lever, but he won't.
I mean, you're not exactly close to any levers right now.
He's gonna run. He's got 30 feet, so let's move him. Just here, kind of in front of him.
Okay.
That's all my movement.
Yep.
He's gonna say, who's paying ya? And whack him again. I think.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
Actually, he's not gonna whack him again. He's gonna use his bonus action to give 1d4. It's divine favor on himself. He's giving 1d4 extra radiant damage on his hits.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just shove that there. I know what I'm pressing. Okay, that. Normal roll. That's 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
On my first attack.
That will hit.
And that would be 15 plus 8 plus 8. That's 15 plus 16, which is 31 damage. No, wait. 30 plus 16 damage.
30 plus 16.
That's 46 damage
46
on my
damage.
first hit. That's doubling the radiant.
Yep. Okay.
Oh wait, and it adds. I lie. It adds a 1d4 to that. So that's not 46. That's 49 damage on my first hit.
So that's radiant, correct?
Oh yeah, that's radiant. So that's not 49. That's plus 6 more. So
That's
46.
52.
That's 52 damage on my first hit.
52 damage directly. You dash up the side of this massive creature, bringing your sword along your shoulder. You slash downwards, leaving this massive, gaping, brilliantly lit golden scar across the side of this creature that slowly starts to pour out these globules of, like, burning ember-like blood.
Right. Aye. Let me just check. How many divine smites do I get? I think I only get 3. Sorry, let me just quickly look at my spells. Is divine smite a spell? No.
It is, I believe.
Okay.
Or it might be a class feature, Divine Smite.
Hang on, let me just quickly check because I don't want to overdo the divine smites. It's a second. Blah, blah, blah. You can expend 1 spell slot, and that's second level. Is that a first level spell slot? Okay, so I've got so many left. Oh, fantastic. Let me just get things in order. I lie, I've got 1 left. And then I have to start using my second level spells. That's fine. I'm gonna do it again!
Alright.
Damn, 16.
Does
Well,
not
17.
hit. Does not hit.
Okay, that's fine.
You bring your sword up again. You bring it down across the side, and then you twirl it and bring it up, and then you find yourself parried as the massive needle-like fingers of this demon catch the tip of your sword at the ends of his fingertips, and he sort of smiles down at you, this big grin that's showing these massive, pointed, needle-like teeth. And he looks at you and goes, "You shall enjoy feasting on your heart."
I shall enjoy feasting on your mum!
The momentary
How's the
confusion that the chain demon feels as he stares down at you turns to this snarl of anger as he gets ready to attitude. Darren, you're up.
Oh, goody.
So, myself in my life.
Let's see. Okay, well, we're 30 feet moving, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that then puts me within 90 feet quite handily, so I will hex,
Okay.
because I am very close to getting answers here, and you are very much procrastinating me on that one. So, hex, there is just a overwhelming sensation of spite,
Okay.
and any attack that will actually get 90 feet. Range increment on the returning dagger is 60, so I'm gonna stand here and ready in action to strip the returning dagger to get to within 60 feet.
Okay. The chain demon, who has wings, I should note, takes a step forward and then launches itself into the air. Its flying speed is 60 feet, and it is going to head directly for the smelter that Chasma is hovering over the top of. Just about there.
Nope. Back. Camera, please.
He is going to conjure forth this bolt of blackish red energy and hurl it at Chasma, because he wants to get you out of the way.
That is within 60 feet.
That is a 23 to hit. Ingvar.
Where the hell is Cosmo's is doing his either way?
Yes,
Where
it's
the hell
less than
is
20 feet. Because most things have an AC less than 20
Okay.
feet.
He's got number cost of 18. So yeah, that's
Doesn't beat a 23. That bolt is... Oh, that's the wrong dice.
Well, I hope it's the wrong dice.
Yeah, I'm not rolling damage on a d20.
4 d20s.
Jesus.
That bolt is going to do 12 points of fire damage as it impacts into Chasma's side.
55 minus...
Ingvar, you're up.
So 33. Anyway, I'm trying to think, yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at this. It's obvious that they can't really avoid attacking this demon at this point.
Sorry, are we skipping entirely of my ready action? My ready action to attack it if I got within 60 feet.
Ah, yes, that is within 60 feet.
Yes,
so
I
yes, you may attack.
22.
22 will hit.
I'm guessing I don't get sneak attack on this.
No, you do not get sneak attack on this thing. There's nothing close enough to really give you sneak attack at the moment.
Okay, so that's 1d6 plus 2 just from the dagger, plus an extra 1d6 necrotic from X.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That is 10 total.
10 points of damage. You throw the dagger into the side of this demon. It sinks into the cut that Prod caused before and lodges there as the demon sort of turns to you and sneers. Malice
Bonus action,
filling
I'm
its
gonna retrieve
gaze.
the dagger.
Hmm?
Bonus action, I will retrieve the dagger.
You used bonus action to cast Hex.
No.
yes.
Oh, no, so it's not optional. Okay, gotcha. Understood.
Yeah. It's stuck there until your next action.
I thought it was hex minimum. I thought it was bonus minimum. Okay.
No.
Yeah, well.
Okay. Ingvar.
He's gonna... How far? Oops, no. Oh. Rule us, please. Close. Oh well. He's going to scooch over here. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to go about 30 feet is here. There. So you're going to do a scoot. Gonna do it. Do it. Okay. Grab the... There. He's going there. Christ.
Okay.
See us fire, please. And he's going to... The dead rest at some point, I'm pretty sure, between the last time he used poison arrows, so that should have regenerated his leg. So he's going to use the doubling bow with the poison arrows.
Okay.
So I need to... Well, first I'm going to murder his camera. That first one's not going to hit because that's only a 12.
Nope. That just glances off the sort of leather hide that is covering the demon's various exposed parts.
Come on. And that one's not going to hit. That one's not going to hit. That'll be 6.
Sorry.
I'm trying my best. It's a good thing he's got an extra attack, isn't it?
Probably, yes.
Extra attack! Round 2! Fight! Oh! Well, please, just roll a little bit better tonight. I'm ready. There we go!
Hey, there we
one
go.
I'll hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Roll
Roll me some damage.
2. Whoa. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the damage of the poison arrows. Oh! I think they're in here somewhere. But I don't know if I write these down anymore. 5 arrows, additional duties to D6. Lush, does that one count for Hunter? That should count for Hunter's Mark, I would have thought.
Yes. If you have Hunter's Mark on the target, so yes.
Yeah. That's 10.
10 points of damage.
That could have been 4 times as much if I rolled to shoot properly. Sorry. Just a little bit angry.
Okay. Anything else, Ingvar?
No, because the bonus action was... Well, the only bonus action I've got really is Hunter's Mark, and that's already active, so...
Okay. Kazma is up.
Where even is the dragon? Still up there.
Yep.
Okay. So if I were to bring him back down to, say, there. Yeah, I'll let you do it because you've got him currently hovering, and on my luck, I'll yeet him off the edge of the map.
There?
Yeah, that'll do. And
Okay.
then, because it's the start of a new battle, he'll have his breath, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. He is absolutely not. So the dragon's kind of stuck until he gets close enough to it. So there's not much he can do at the moment. I mean, he could have gone for the head, but the head's somewhere back there.
Well, the head is in the vat of cold metal. Librarian, you're up.
Yeah, I think the dragon's realised. Fight.
Okay. Well, I can't really get to the vat of cold metal and get the head anymore. So I guess I'm just Eldritch blasting till this thing is dead.
Alright.
Oh,
We
you
were
could
probably
pull the
gonna do that
lever.
anyway.
I mean,
You
that
could
would
pull
still take...
the lever.
By the time I take like 2 actions, we'll probably have killed this thing anyway.
You say that?
Alright, boastful much.
Well, no, there's like 4 of us, and it's already gotten like a shit ton of radiant damage on it, so it's probably better if I just use those 2 actions to just wail on it and help.
I have tried to fire at the things 4 times. I've hit it once. 3.
What a blast.
Okay.
21 and 23.
Both of those hit. Roll me damage.
Oh, damage is not as good. I think that was a 1 and a 2. Yeah, so that is total of 15 damage.
Okay. So 15 damage from both?
No, total. I got
Total.
7 and an 8.
Okay. 15 points of damage.
And I think that's probably my turn. I'll move a little bit closer to Birdman, actually, just in case.
Okay. Alright. Visera is up next. They can't really do anything because he's flying. So they're going to throw another dart. Which will not hit. Rod, you're up.
Okay, you know what I'm doing. Actually, can he? I don't think he can reach, can he? 'Cause he's flying.
He's not flying too far off the ground. Like, he's like 5 feet off the ground, and you're like 8 feet tall, so...
I mean, could Ford potentially, you know, do a run? Yeah. Yeah. I do a running. Actually, no, can he? Oh, wait, no.
How far away is he?
Why can't I Ford?
Because it's currently Darren's turn.
Oh, sorry. Wait, why did it skip? Oh, I see. Yes.
Okay. That's 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Dash an action or a bonus action?
Dash is an action for you. Bonus action for rogues.
Can I throw something?
Yes, that is something you could do as an action.
Throw Visera.
Visera's like on the other side of the chamber.
Fine, don't worry about it. I believe in you.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I don't think I can do much when I'm so far away from him. Unless I can bless someone. Does anyone need blessing?
That is an option. Depends how many people are within range of your bless.
60 feet.
So... pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
Well, who's
With the
next?
exception to the librarian, by the looks of it.
I'm gonna bless Darren and Casimir. No. I'm gonna bless Darren and Ingvar and Casimir.
Okay.
And they get an extra D4 on their attack rolls.
I will also award creative uses of bless if you're feeling lucky.
does that mean?
Bless the fucking Infernal. What would that even
Hits them with
do?
holy damage.
I mean, it does. What is it like? Does it fill them with divine?
Have you ever seen the Keanu Reeves Constantine?
You know what? I'll instead of blessing Kazma, I'll save one of the blesses. I feel like I can rescind a bless if I don't want anyone to use it, and bless the fiend.
Bless the fiend. Okay. So you push this divine energy out of you, and the various party members of yours feel this blessing come over them. You watch as this wave of divine energy washes over this fiendish entity and sinks into its hide, and it screams in agony as it drops from the sky down onto the ground. Its wings start burning up, and its ability to fly is negated as it writhes in pain. Its wings alight with this divine fire.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's my main action. I think I can do. Oh, sorry. Do I have any little side actions I can do? Little bonus action. Little bonus action of Nope, can't think of any bonus actions.
Okay.
You know what? That's it. That's my turn.
Darren, you're up.
Right.
Also, roll me a d8, Elfie, real quick.
What? Why? Why? Why?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
That's a 3.
That's a 3, so that's 6 points of radiant damage from your bless.
Oh.
Okay, Darren.
Okay, well, I'm getting the dagger back.
Okay, so you bonus action your dagger back into your hand.
Yes. It was stuck in you.
It was.
Do I get some damage from that part, or...?
I'll say you get a d6 extra damage from that.
Okay, just the regular. That also not X.
How much is that?
X is 1d6 or
So roll it.
bonus action. 360. Which is 11. Which is
Nice.
actually more than I did the first time.
No.
Okay. So, what are you doing, Darren?
Well, same thing I do every combat.
Take over the world?
Find a weak spot.
Oh.
I'm guessing there's nowhere I can stand that will flank this thing right now.
There is no one close enough to flank it right now.
Yeah. How can I get a bad cover? Drawing a blank. Okay, I'm just gonna chuck the dagger back at him then.
Okay?
Once again, there's 1d20 plus. That's behind. They were kind.
That will not hit, I don't believe.
Not even on something that big.
No, I'm sorry. You watch as you throw your dagger, and it bounces off the chains that make up the front of its loincloth. Clatters to the floor. Anything else, Darren?
That is
believe-
all I got. I am not moving into melee
Okay.
with that thing.
The chain demon scratches at its wings in irritation as you watch the smouldering fires of the bless start to die down, but still outline its wings in this sort of golden flame, and it turns to you, Prod. It turns around and says,
Bessie.
You have been a thorn in my side long enough.
I'll be a
And-
thorn in your mum.
It strides
Really?
towards you and lifts this massive flail and brings it down on your head.
Yay! Hit me, motherfucker.
Does it not even have to roll?
No, it's rolling. It rolled a 2 for a 10. This is
gonna
its
hit.
multi-attack,
Not
by the way. So its first attack slams down in front of you, breaking apart the cobblestones. It draws its arm back a second time. This time, you again dodge past it as this massive flail whistles past your head. On its third attempt, it does end up hitting with a 25. The flail spins up, it brings it down, hitting you directly in the chest as it swings it forwards. The exposed part of your breastplate, you feel the bruises start to form immediately as you get pushed back 10 feet from it and take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Pitiful. Pitiful. I did 52 on my last one.
That
Get fucking wrecked,
that would have
noob.
been 9 d10s worth of damage if all of those attacks had hit.
Yeah.
It didn't.
But I'm a strong boy and I purposefully annoy them.
You get pushed back. You sort of you put one gauntleted hand down and scrape along the cobblestones, slowing yourself to a stop, and you stand up, staring at it, this massive bruise starting to form on your chest, and you grin. Okay. With its bonus action, the Chain Demon is going to strike its hammer, the massive battle axe it has in its other hand that it was holding across its back before it pulls that out, strikes it across the ground. You watch as sparks fire up as this portal generates into existence. This large sort of fiery gateway that sparks from the ground and crackles up through the air. You watch as the air seems to like split apart as it stares at you and grins. Alright, Ingvar, you're up.
He's just gonna try and shoot the fucker again. He's gonna hit it one of these days.
Alrighty.
Hey,
That'll
that's a
hit.
20. I'm doing these one at a time. I don't confuse the shit out of myself.
Okay. 5 points of damage.
Whoop. For the second arrow. Wow.
That'll hit again.
Does that multiply to the second arrow, or was it just the first one in this case? Not as much. Would that apply to both arrows or just the
It
one?
applies to both arrows because you're essentially firing them at the same time. Is my judgment on it.
It's gonna be bloody D6 is allowed to place it through. It's 11.
11 points of damage. Nice.
16 altogether.
16 points of damage. Nice. And secondary attack?
Yep, same. You know the saying. That's 24.
24 will hit.
Jesus. I apologize about all the dice. That's 13.
Oh my goodness.
And for the last one, that is a 21.
21 will hit, yeah.
This is infinitely better than the last round. Despite the amount of dice that's scattered everywhere.
That's another 9 points of damage. Okay. You string your bow and you just start peppering this creature with arrows. The first strikes its torso, the second its nipple, the third scrapes past its horn, leaving a gash along the edge of its head. The fourth, you actually watch as it jams into its cheek, and the demon sort of bites the shaft in half and pulls it out of its mouth. Bonus actions?
I ain't got a bonus action at the minute, because again, Hunter's Mark is still active.
Okay. Kazma is up.
And Kazma get close enough.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, he-
definitely.
I'm gonna plonk him. I'm gonna plonk him on this side, just to make sure I don't catch prod in the fire of dragon's breath attack.
Mhm.
Dragon's breath of breath. I don't know. So, breath attack.
Okay. I
guess
must dexterity save. That is a +3, so that's an 11 to dodge. I don't believe that passes. So
No, because
full,
Kazuma's dex is 30.
full breath attack damage.
Boop, boop.
5 points of lightning damage arc across the demon's hide. Librarian, you're up.
Yes!
Okay. Last time.
Mm-hmm.
25 and a 16.
The first one will hit.
13 damage. Woo.
13 points of damage. Okie doke.
See that? How I attack as the magic caster and then end my turn very quickly? Very mindful, very demure of me.
Visera is going to run up behind it and is immediately going to, now that it's on the ground, actually be able to use their general abilities. They are going to... where is it? Hands of Harm. Okay, so they're going to unarmed strike. Which will be a 29 to hit.
Also crit.
Yep, that'll be a crit. Rolling damage. So that's 8, so 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Followed by another unarmed strike as they do second wind. Which will not hit as they slide a fist past the edge of a wing and continue on. Okay. Prod, you're up.
Beautiful. Gonna go towards them and try and hit them again.
Okay.
Beep boop boop boop. That's 11 feet. Gonna smack them.
Alright. Smack him.
I believe. Okay, so I'm using Divine Smite, but I'm now using my second level spells to do Divine Smite, so I only get 2
Okay.
Divine Smites. Keep me honest. Boop. That's 24.
24 will hit.
So that. Oh, actually, that would be 25. So, 14 slashing. I'm gonna start getting my calculator up so I can do maths on this.
Okay, 14 slashing, 8 necrotic, 8 radiant.
Plus another 8 because radiant doubles, so that's 38.
38 points of damage.
38 points of damage, and then I'm gonna swing at them again.
Okay.
That's 23, so that also hits.
It's not looking particularly healthy.
And then that's
26 points of damage, I
Yeah.
believe. Another 26 points of damage as your sword cleaves past their ribs once more, leaving these glowing fissures of light where you're leaving trails of radiance.
Now, as my bonus action, because I've got no more spells, I'm gonna rage.
You're gonna rage. Okay.
Barbarian!
Okay.
So I got 2 levels in Barbarian, babes.
Darren, you're up.
Ah, finally, a straightforward turn. Okay, right. Getting directly up behind this thing.
That reminds me
Yeah.
of.
Where I definitely have, I definitely have advantage in flanking.
You are definitely flanking, and you are definitely getting sneak attack on this one.
Grand. Get me 9 back. And 10.
Okay,
Eh.
roll it.
Oh, I'm glad I have advantage. Eh. Sorry.
Ooh, lucky. That'll hit.
Okay, let me tally up the numbers. 1d6 plus 2 from the dagger, 1d6 necrotic from Hex, and then it is 5d6 from the sneak attack. So that is 7d6 plus 2 total.
76 plus 2, roll it.
This is how rogue make big numbers.
That's a lot of D6.
31
Ooh,
points.
31 points of damage. Very close.
Oh, come on! I just gave this man a
31 points.
colonoscopy.
You sneak up.
Lovely.
Are you sure that's the terminology you want to go with? You sneak up behind this creature as it is engaging Prod in fierce battle, and you just shove a shiv up its ass. You hear a scream of pure rage and pain as you twist the knife. And it rounds on you, Darren, unless you have a bonus action.
I had to use the bonus action to get my knife back.
Yep. Okay. The
want that
demon
knife back?
rounds on you, Darren, and just is utterly. You just see pure anger streaming from its eyes. Its eyes are
Screaming from
actively
other places, too.
smoking at this point. It is going to bring its claws down across the front of your armor. That is a 22 to hit.
It literally rolled my armor class. So,
Beats it.
more than that, the number on the dice was my armor class.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, definitely went through. You take 11 points of piercing damage and 7 points of fire damage as these claws scrape across the front of your chest plate, and you feel pinpricks of blood start to spurt out from your chest. You also watch as small red crystals start to grow against the edge of your armor, where the claws struck it. And then as
Nothing. I just know something bad's gonna happen.
And then the demon is going to stare at you all and is gonna go. It's gonna turn to you, Prod, and it'll go.
This is not over.
And it's going to step back through the large rip that it conjured in the fabric of reality and
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I don't remember that being declared.
I definitely declared that.
Clipping it
I
and clipping it
gotta
right
have
now.
him!
He is alive by the grace of the dice there.
He is very much alive by the grace of the dice. Yeah.
Okay, just
feel
for our own pride, how many HP did he have left?
He was at 43 when you hit him.
Ugh.
And after that did 31 points of damage. So he was at
Nice.
12.
I could have had him!
He had 350 health.
You. Fuck you. That's all I've got to say to that one.
Yeah. He stepped through a rift that he had summoned the previous round, using a bonus action, and he vanishes from sight. You watch as this tear in the fabric of reality crackles shut as he steps away. The hall is silent, save for the acrid smell of smoke and the drops of demonic and mortal blood that lay across the floor, distinguishable by the fact that the demonic blood is slowly eating its way through the floor. Yeah.
Oh no.
And that's where we're going to take a quick break, everybody. Bio break time. We'll be right back. All right. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. So, Elfie has had to run due to preordained events in their life. So, Prod will be taking a backseat once again to this entire situation. But the rest of you are here. So let's get this ball rolling, shall we? So to recap very quickly, the demon vanishes through a crackling portal in reality that is filled with flame and brimstone and leaves behind only the faintest scent of smoke and fire and blood. The head continues to sit unmoving in a vat, and behind you all you can hear quietly whimpering the sound of the creature who is not truly a dwarf.
Should we get the head back to the fella, do you think?
We should get the head back because it's someone's mortal remains.
I think we should interdimensionally lock the head away so it can't hurt us.
It has been nothing but be juggled.
Oh dear.
But first of all, we should close the doors fully.
Yes, also that. I feel like a severed dwarven head has is deserving of greater respect than to be treated like than to be treated like the ball in a game of rocket.
You're probably right.
You know,
maybe we should bring it back to their actual remains.
Childhood sport rockets. We have whole leagues about it.
Yeah. We can take it back to their actual remains and do a cremation if that's culturally appropriate.
Not really.
No, they turn back
culturally
to stone,
appropriate.
right? Yeah. We need to put it on their actual body and it'll turn to stone.
Is that how that works, Lucian?
So you would know this because you are dwarven.
Because I'm a dwarf, yes.
Yeah. So culturally, the bodies of dwarves will eventually turn to stone on their own. But it takes a few years for that to happen. Generally speaking, the process is sped up by dwarven elders who are who sort of run or sort of design and bring about the rituals that would be needed to fully immortalize, as it were, the bodies of these dwarven warriors and peoples. For most dwarves, in most dwarvish cities, there are places called the statuaries, and the statuaries are essentially massively tall canyons filled with alcoves within which are the statues of dwarves long past. In fact, you're pretty certain that there is one here in Tharandan, but you probably do not have the relevant knowledge to be able to speed the process of Olga's burial, essentially. Even reattaching the head, it will still take a long while for it to turn to stone. The body and the head will eventually turn to stone independently. It'll just take a while, essentially.
So no to the cremation.
No. Essentially, the idea for most dwarves is from stone we come, and to stone we return. Cremation would probably be the highest form of, insult, because you're returning a dwarf's remains to the sky, not the stone.
Right.
So, yeah, no cremation.
Right, so we need to So to be culturally sensitive, we need to rejoin the rest of the body. And then, I guess, either petrify it or at least bury it.
To be culturally sensitive, either, leaving the head here would be fine, since this is a dwarven city. Rejoining the head to the body culturally would be the most proper thing to do, and then finding a place to lay that body to rest. Not necessarily burying, though that is an option. It's not the best way to do it, but it's not culturally inappropriate.
It's affordable at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we probably want to take that back to town and get it attached to the rest of it. But that leaves us with another question of what do about Bird? Because...
Well, I assume wherever we take the head, the bird might follow. Eventually.
We need to ask him about the potion.
Absolutely, since it seemingly worked.
So
we need someone that can speak
not
with the
gonna
dead.
lie, this bird raises a few ethical questions for me, but
yeah. So as a note, in Olga's house, you did find 5 vials. 3 of them were intact. 2 of them were broken. Looking back on it, you could probably see broken by maybe a beak of some sort, tapping at the glass. Is not an unlikely occurrence given the state of things.
Oh, so maybe the bird double dosed?
I guess the next question is why does the bird look like Olga?
That question, after a little pondering, you come to realize is actually quite a simple answer. Olga was probably one of the few humans that the bird saw, or dwarves, yes. One of the few humanoids that the bird saw, and since most transmutational effects are based on the direction of the mind, since that's what the bird was seeing, that's what it thought of to turn into. Because it was the simplest thing in the room to replicate, essentially.
So with my knowledge of transmutation, which I admit is, still predominantly amateurish, my best guess is the potion that Olga made turned the bird into the person or the thing that it most identified with, related to.
Or was familiar with, yeah.
Yeah, the thing it most, idolized, I guess. So, on an ethical basis, I should treat them like a dwarf because they turned into a dwarf wanting to be a dwarf really bad. But on the other hand, they have the mind of a bird. Yeah, this is gonna vex me for a few weeks, I'm sure, but at the very least we can't leave it here.
No.
I think. Him, them, I don't know what gender this bird is.
You probably still have speak with animals up, Ingvar.
Yeah.
So you can probably still ask it questions. It is looking forlornly at the vat where the head disappeared into at the moment, and kind of crowing to itself a little.
Yeah, he kind of sees it doing that, so he just kind of gently pets Kazuma and goes, "Can you get the head back for us, please?"
Kazuma leaps up over the edge of the vat and down into the cool metal surface that is inside it. You notice through Kazma's senses that the metal is like very slightly warm to the touch, but it's still pretty solid. And Kazma picks up the head and brings it back to you.
Thank you, buddy.
It's a bit covered in slobber.
Well, I've decided to be culturally sensitive and, give this person the proper burial and respect that they deserve.
Why? He just kind of gives... He holds the head with one hand, gives the dragon a pat, and then wanders over to the bird fella and goes... Sorry about the drool, but we got the head back for you.
The bird sort of caws longingly and goes, Master, and sighs. There's a reverence in this creature's eyes when it beholds the head, but at the same time there is a misery that few could match.
Yeah. We do know where... He doesn't want to see the body. He really doesn't just want to see the body. We know where the other part of your master is. If you want, we can take you to him.
Is it safe?
Safe's a
Reserved?
is a relative term, but yeah, he's as safe as he can be at the moment.
I would like to not be... And the bird kind of looks down at the body it currently contains,
Oh no, it
or
has
contains
dysphoria.
it. It's having like a time. Like as you watch, you realize that there are like scrapes and bruises across its body, not from combat, but from the sheer fact that it has no idea how to navigate with this body.
There were 3 vials left at his place, right?
2 blue ones and 1 purple one.
We need to know what color the one it took was then. Assuming that the bird has color vision.
Good question.
Birds have color vision, right?
Oh, this could be hard.
Also, there might be residue left on the table that we could see.
Quickly Googling to see what color vision birds have.
We can also technically work it out no matter what color it took.
I mean, yeah, that would be...
And it would leave 1 dose over for you if you wanted it,
We only have 1
Huh.
purple one though. What if it's what if we need the purple one?
Yeah, we take
Interesting.
1 green one first. If it doesn't transform them,
Then we give
then
it the soul purple.
I guess it's only 1 extra if it's the green one, I guess.
Apparently birds can see colour better than we can.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Let's ask.
that's helpful. Ish.
Apparently they can see UV light as well as the 3 colours, 3 spec, the red, blue, and green.
Dwarves can't, so that's a layer of color that it's lost. The world
Oh, no.
looks quite weird to it right now. Dwarves can see in the dark, but that's black and white. So...
I mean, Ingvar could offer a
Okay,
ride on Kazuma's back, but I don't know
The-
how well the bird would take to that.
Do we have the vials on us? I don't remember.
You
if we
do,
picked those up.
yes.
We do.
You
okay.
should do.
Right. I'm gonna hold up one of each of the colors, and then ask Ingvar to translate. Which of these most looks like the vials you drank?
The bird sort of cocks its head at your translated question and nods towards one of the blue ones,
Ah, hell. Okay.
but then says, "But The other was like meat. The color of meat.
Oh, so
A
Red?
minor illusion, the primary color is in front of the bird.
It nods towards red.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit awkward. We don't have any red portions on us.
What do blue and green make again?
Purple.
That's blue and red.
No?
Yeah.
Blue and green.
I
Yellow?
wanna
No, that's red.
That's- Blue.
Bunch of online, bunch of Twitch streamers fails to remember color theory.
It makes a kind of purple, yeah. Red
Nice,
and blue,
I was-
but... let's see. what is
Cyan.
red and-
Teal. Technically.
Yeah, blue and green just makes kind of like a...
Dark teal.
I congratulate
dark
you
teal.
on all lacking in any form of listening comprehension.
Yeah.
The vials you have are blue, blue, and purple. The bird stated it drank a blue vial and a red vial.
So the purple is the last one?
Yes.
Right,
Well,
yes.
this
it's
is-
I,
To be
probably-
fair,
I
I
never
only heard
mentioned
the-
anything about a green vial.
Who knows? You
Ever.
know? Oh shit, this is my Mountain Dew potion. This got mixed in here.
God. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine. I just had a minor aneurysm when I started hearing the word green go in there. I was like, what? Where did that come from?
Look,
Sludge potion.
you haven't truly DM'd until your party has completely missed the points of a puzzle.
You've done it several times already.
Anyway,
I just think Darwin's
Give the bird the
colorblind. I
vial.
didn't know.
We're just validating you.
can we give the bird the vial? I don't like the bird being sad.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I don't think it's like, I implicitly don't believe that it's right to keep something in a form in which it is not comfortable. Secondly, I have more than a little bit of sympathy for the thing, so yeah, we're giving it the presumed reverse vial.
Okay, so you feed this creature the purple vial, and you watch as it sort of drinks down after you sort of explain what the plan is, because it seems very reluctant at first, but then it drinks. After about a minute, you watch as the creature starts to shrink. Its bones start to reallocate. It looks incredibly painful. You watch as a beak starts to form out of its nose. The feathers start to sprout across its face. It does not look pleasant. But eventually, what sits before you is a raven about... it seems like the transformation hasn't gone all the way. So the raven is a good 2 feet to 2.5 feet long. It's a really big bird. But it is a bird, nonetheless. And it sort of hops forward and caws at you and turns to you, Ingvar, and goes, "Thank you."
You're welcome. Do you feel any better now?
I feel freer. I can fly.
That's wonderful. I'm glad.
And he sort of experimentally flaps the sort of broad wings that he has, and sort of turns to all of you and cocks his head, and sort of turns back, and you notice on the ground, while he was transforming, various like bits and pieces, most of his clothing melded into his body, but one
How
small thing dropped out of his belt. and he picks it up with his beak, and it's this small silver scroll case that seems to contain something, and he hops towards you, Darren, and places it at your feet and looks at you, and you hear Ingvar in your mind, or you hear as the raven speaks. The raven looks up at the head that you are holding, but is looking at you, Darren, and sort of doing this because it seems to understand that you are the person to speak to about this. And it goes, and it looks at this silver scroll case and says, "Play it."
What do I give the thing?
It wants the head.
Oh,
I can't see the harm in giving head, really, at this point.
It could fly off,
I,
but I think it might be giving you the recipe.
you know what? People keep treating me like the leader of this party for some reason, and I'm just going to make the executive decision of delegating that decision to everyone else in this room, and I'm stepping longer down the corridor, because I can't make this decision.
If we give you the head, would you still follow us back to where the other part of your master is?
The bird kind of cocks its head, thinks for a moment, and then dips its head forward. Seems like a yes.
Like a yes to me? So he just kind of holds out the head then.
You watch as the bird takes flight and soars past you, grabs the head by the hair and sort of swoops down the corridor until you watch as it alights on the open set of doors at the entrance to the city of Farandam. It leaves on the floor this silver scroll case, about maybe 6 inches long, and imprinted with what you have come to realize is the mark of the Carnifex Syndicate.
Oh, Christ.
Okay, can I immediately detect magic on this to make sure it's not that fucking magically infused poison again?
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
You look this over. It is mundane as mundane can be. Well, almost. It's mundane as mundane can be in that it's designed to... It is just a scroll case. It does have a small protection enchantment on it, that seems like it's designed to stop whatever's inside from essentially, getting moldy or getting wet, that sort of thing.
Degraded.
But degrading. But other than that, it's pretty mundane.
Ingvar just kind of looks over. Is it safe to pick up?
I think it's okay. It doesn't seem magical. We might want to open it and hold our breaths real quick, just in case it's that non-magical poison again. It does have the symbol of the Karn effect on it.
Right. Since
Who's resistant to poison again?
me.
Just looking at Darren.
I'm pretty sure Ingvar was poison resistant.
I think dwarves are just naturally, right?
We are under 3.5 rules. Let's see, Dwarven Resilience. I have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. So it will kill me half as quickly as the rest of them.
Well, here you go, Mr. Half as Quick.
Quite the nickname. Oh, you shouldn't have walked off then!
That was not a decision I was able to make. Come on.
I walk over to you and hand you the scroll case.
Okay, you're walking in the opposite direction.
I walk over here and hand you the scroll case.
So you walk into this massive sort of wheel room, essentially. There's
massive sets of water wheels all down each side of the room. You can see like the latent flow of what looks to have been some form of like rotary power generation system. Long shut down, but still probably functional if you ever needed to start it up again. You get handed this silver scroll case, Darren. You prise it open and read it. This scroll case is actively like it's holding the scroll in place inside it. You open it up, and the first thing you notice is that this is in fact a alchemical formula. It will take time to decipher it. You're not going to be able to do so right now, but from what you can gather, this formula would grant permanent transmutation into another creature as long as the creature was willing and had enough sentience to be able to focus on the target creature that it wanted to become. But only within set size ranges, so bird to human sort of thing. Or in this case, it sort of details the idea of turning from dwarf to bear, essentially.
I just realized this implies something insanely funny about someone we fought previously.
Oh.
When they turned into a bird, they're stuck as a bird because they don't have the recipe.
I mean, assuming they didn't have, like, and the antidote somewhere, but yeah.
I mean, the antidote just seems to be the potion. As far as we know, at least.
I mean, as far as we know, the antidote isn't 100%.
Yeah, so they're maybe just, like, kind of birdish right now.
Well, maybe that'll be the clue to finding them later, who knows.
Also, I'm incredibly curious as to what is at the end of this fucking fortress.
I'm kind of curious myself. Just because there had to be a reason he was coming here, right?
Well,
How the hell
other
did
than
we
the
get
fact
over
that you
here?
know Farandan is, to most dwarves, a sacred site. It is a stronghold of ancient origins that sits in these mountains, and the pilgrimage to Farandan is not uncommon. But other than that, you're not entirely sure why Olga would come here.
Yeah, like there's plenty of places you can study transmutation or experiment with transmutation. Why come to a holy site?
You said that we might be able to turn the power back on for these things?
It's possible. Like, this seems to be the center of, like, power generation here in the city. Or at least one of the centers of power generation. And, like, the way that these water wheels are designed, it looks like snow melt is fed from the top of the mountain through channels that enter this room and turn the water wheels, generating power.
I would like to try and turn a couple on.
Same.
Okay.
I think I was just going to scooch out the way in case something happens.
Is this an
Okey-doke.
investigation or a knowledge check of some description?
This would be, I'd say this would be either intelligence or investigation.
I'll go for investigation.
Alright, do I get advantage for being dwarf?
Yes, I will allow you advantage because you are dwarven and you would know a decent
Yay,
amount
dwarf
about these
privilege.
sorts of systems.
More privilege, yay.
Oh, thank God for dwarf privilege! Dirty 20.
I got 21.
21 and a dirty 20. Okay. So, the first thing that you notice, Darren, is that a lot of these levers are in fact labeled in Dwarvish script. Or
which I can
Dwarvish
read.
runes.
We've worked out I can read.
There are various levers that mark sort of inflow and outflow, where the water comes and where it goes, how everything's arranged. You eventually come across, you and the librarian both come across a heavy-looking lever that is marked flow activation, and another that is marked wheel locks. And you both push those heavy levers forward, and you watch as the sluice gates at the top of the sort of wheels open, and water starts slowly pouring over. Ice cracks from the top, and suddenly the water starts thundering down over these massive wheels and into these large troughs below, as water is pushed out through the canals that seem to run underneath the main sort of road. As this happens, you all watch as throughout the stronghold, you see lights start to flicker and brighten. These little what look like tiny bolts of electricity contained behind like copper start to sort of zigzag and illuminate the area around them. You see rows and rows of them all the way down the halls, and forwards, further forwards into the city, you see this heavy metal gate that slowly starts to rise out of this sort of massive groove and into the sky, essentially, or as high up as its tracks will allow, essentially, into the rock above. You can also hear engines and machinery behind the walls and across various areas start to slowly turn into gear. You hear behind you heavy bellows start to pump as the smelters slowly start to gain heat and galvanize and sort of bring the molten metal that is within them to a workable temperature.
Well, good thing we didn't need to figure that out during the fight.
But yeah, at the end of the area, you see this heavy metal gate that slowly starts to rise, and as it does, you look out into this sort of small, or not small, sorry, into this absolutely massive chamber, this circular sort of domed chamber that sort of rings this massive pit that descends down into God knows where. You look up, and this vaulted ceiling ascends maybe 200 to 300 feet. There's a large circular opening crisscrossed with wires and chains at the top that sort of looks like it's maybe been open to the elements for years. You can see snow slowly drifting down from the top. In the center of this massive chamber, on sort of like a lone pillar, is what would originally you have thought have been the stump of what may have once been a great tree. But this stump its roots are buried deep into this pillar. You can see them poking out around the base, and it measures maybe a good 10 to 15 feet tall. The stump itself has been roughly cut as if something slammed into it. Instead of like someone chopping it down with an axe, someone has slammed into it. The top is like jagged and broken. But carved into the front is a alcove that contains a statue of some sort. And over the top and all through this tree stump is crystals that seem to grow up and out of the internal structure of this stump. And over the top are tiny blue flickering flames that seem to rise and fall as if breathing.
I walk up to these and like kind of inspect them from a, I'm going to say respectful, but I also mean safe distance.
Mm-hmm.
Is the carved figure anyone I recognize?
So the carved figure, roll me a religion check.
Oh boy. Well, blessedly because it's intelligence, I do have to spot to that first.
Can I help out? I'm literally
sure.
the humanoid version of a dictionary incorporated in a character.
With a religion check. Yeah, I'll allow you to help out with this.
I don't think I'm getting better than that, but let's find out.
Let's get that nat 20, come on.
Nah, okay.
90.
That is
Failed
a
me for the
24
last time, dice.
24 minus.
24. The figure that sits in the alcove is... okay, how do I describe this? They are...
Please, how do you describe this?
Well, I'm thinking. They sit on what looks to be a stone. They have in one hand they have a heavy pickaxe that is turned down to the floor. In the other, they hold a what looks to be a lantern of some sort that they hold in their hand. They are sat on a rock. Their beard is long and sort of braided. Their eyes aglow, and you notice that the glow is coming from two heavy-looking gemstones that are embedded in their eyes. This is, in fact, an actual statue, not a mortuary statue, of a depiction of the god Dithor, the deity of the stone and the mine, a dwarven god.
Dethor, you say?
Dithor, D-E-T-H-O-R.
Okay. So Dethor, not Deloki. Got it.
Sure.
I mean, I feel like it would be proper protocol here for me to offer a small prayer, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pilgrimage site, after all.
It is.
I don't know how dwarves in this setting pray. I'm just going to presume I take a knee and, like, close my eyes for a bit.
Okay. What is your prayer?
God of the mine and stone, you said?
Of the stone and the mine.
May you guide us to the bounties we hope to unearth.
Yeah, fair enough. How... How much does Darren truly believe in the dwarven gods?
I have a god, so it is fair to say I'm at least slightly religious.
Okay.
And I've demonstrated quite clearly that I am quite
yes.
faithful to dwarven culture.
Yes. Your basically almost a 20 roll on this will actually help. As you take a knee and offer your hands, as is the culture and tradition, to offer the hands of the worker to the god of the mine, you feel a calmness wash over you, a sense of purpose and fulfillment. You watch as, and none of the others see this, but you watch as a small trickle of water runs down one side of the statue's face. And you feel more certain in your beliefs than you have in a very long time. And mechanically speaking, you get a +3 to any religion checks for the next 7 days.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. This entire space is, in dwarven culture, considered as one of the most sacred spaces this side of the Kragstead Mountains. Or, well, in the middle of the Kragstead Mountains, to be honest. It is, without a doubt, one of the more dangerous places to get to. But dwarves who have pilgrimaged here are, in many ways, known to be priests and scholars, and some of the greatest craftsmen of their age. Okay.
And to think we were calling this place Dandadan.
So what is everyone else doing while Darren takes a knee and prays?
Ingvar's probably just observing what's going on and wondering what the hell is that in the middle, because he's not gonna have any clue.
Okay. I mean, you can kind of tell. It looks very much like a tree stump, though as you look at it, you slowly start to realize that it is fully petrified. It's like it may have once been a mighty oak tree, but it is almost completely petrified to stone at this point.
You can kind of tell, and you can kind of sense that it's important. But he's going to wait for Darren to finish doing their thing, and then see what they say about it all.
Librarian?
Is there anything magic about?
Oh, yes. No, this... Like, you can see this sort of aura of magic surrounding this entire central column, and extending maybe a good 1.5 miles down into the darkness. Like, your vision of the magic cuts off after a certain point, but you can feel it as it just channels its way down into the ground.
I wonder why I couldn't feel this from the outside and the entire area feels stagnant.
You do a little experiment. You step through that massive gate, and any sense of magic beyond it just vanishes.
Can I inspect the gate?
It's a little high up, so you have to sort of perch yourself on one of these sort of small outcroppings. But eventually you do manage to get a good look at it. You notice that this gate is made from a similar metal as to the orb that you carry.
Boy, I can't wait to get lead poisoning, getting some of this off of here and desecrating a sacred site.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I want to do.
That's all you want to do? Alright.
Yeah, just let him pray.
Yeah. You finish your prayers, Darren, and you feel this sense of comfort and righteous purpose wash over you. What is everyone doing now? Where are we going?
I think
That was a lovely, beautiful moment.
I think this is the end of our exploration here. I don't see anything else that could help us.
Good? You just could ask.
Yeah. Dwarf thing. Humans probably wouldn't understand it, you know.
I mean, I work with plenty of dwarves, but yeah, I
I
get
mean,
it.
I speak Dwarvish if it's like a scripture thing.
It's yes, but no. It's a matter of fact. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Just a little racially charged as a statement was all.
Well,
It's fine though, it's fine. You know, it's a culture thing!
this is a thing about my culture, so yes, it's gonna be a bit charged. Sorry, I can't. There's no other way to get around that.
Well,
This is literally a place where dwarves would come for pilgrimage, so...
you know, you're right, you're very right. Who wants to help me break some of the metal off this door? It's
What?
good metal?
I mean, sure.
I did
Also might
just
help
mention
me.
the pilgrimage and the religion thing, right?
Yeah, I heard all that. Anyways.
We are not stripping the holy site for the copper wire, okay?
Look, the holy site is in here. I just want a couple shavings off the door, you know? Like when you take a couple rocks from somewhere you're not supposed to take them from.
God.
You know, Ingvar's just kind of...
Congratulations on comparing fantasy dwarfland to Hawaii.
Leave only footprints, take only
I
memories.
mean, I was
okay?
thinking more the fucking Karen Gordons or like that one graveyard that American Witch stole a rock from someone's tombstone.
Well, no, Hawaii actually has a major issue with like people stealing rocks and stuff from
Oh yeah.
them, to the point where they've actively said, if you take something, stop sending them back. So, you know,
Jesus.
it's a time. Anyway,
Well, anyway, if we're not gonna strip mine the door, I guess we better head back and do a proper burial.
Yep.
okay. So, you all head out of the city of Tharandan, leaving behind the empty and cold ruins. I take it shutting off the mechanisms, correct?
Shutting off the mechanisms and using the batteries to lock the doors as we go out.
Okay. So you walk out of the city, shutting down all the various pieces of machinery, listening to everything slowly go from humming and living to still and cold. You reach the front door, and you see beyond it.
Roll for initiative again. My god, the demon's back and he's been chugging health potions.
Oh god, no.
I have a scroll of burning hands, and I'm not afraid to use it.
I've got
Okay.
a dragon.
You head out the front door. What are you going to do with what is a repaired, although now depleted, key to the city?
We found it in this room, didn't we?
You did, yes.
Should probably
It was
leave
broken
it here
when you
somewhere.
found it.
It was broken when we found it, but we should leave it here just in case pilgrims come, I guess.
Okay.
We
So-
should hide it,
What
though.
if somebody steals the holy relic, basically?
True. Where would we
Good
hide it that only a
idea,
dwarf
but-
would find it, though?
Where would I hide it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, the first thing you notice is what looks to be a row of empty sockets on one side of the door that might have once held these sort of half-moon-shaped keys. You also notice that there's like some small panels in the floor that seem to have shifted slightly. There's a pillar that has a brick missing in it. There's a few different places you could hide it. I leave it up to you.
I will hide it under stone on the floor, I guess, then.
Okay, so
Stone.
you move these heavy-looking panels, these stone panels, back, and settle this key down underneath them, and slide them back into place. And yeah, it's as good a dwarven workmanship as you can manage in the short time you have. You look to the side of the door and you notice this heavy lever that's been pulled down in the open position. And you get the feeling that in order to close this door again, you would need to pull that lever up. But it is on the inside.
Only we had some kind of spell that was like a hand. It could like pull
perhaps
something
created
up.
by some kind of mage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess we just need to leave the front door open.
Oh no.
Is it within the capacity of Mage Hand to lift that lever?
Oh, yes, easily.
Okay. Well, I'm
No, we have to sacrifice Dusty. The only way.
sacrifice the person in the party with the least with the lowest attendance score.
Oh god.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So you all hop out. You send in the mage hand and pull down on the heavy, or pull up on the heavy lever, and the door swings shut with a metallic clang. As it does, as you're all standing on the bridge, you feel a sudden shudder as the bridge starts lowering down into the lake.
Oh hell.
I would like
Oh.
everybody to roll me a, let's say athletics check.
Well, I have a -3 to that currently because of the fucking shadow creatures, so we'll see how this
That's
goes.
0. Eh.
Ow!
I got a 3.
I got a 7.
I got 6
I got a
total.
rock.
So
Oh, we're
athletics
all hacked.
check. So what are you guys adding to that?
0.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
3.
So 6 altogether.
Oh wait, no, I just got straight up 3 total.
I got 2 total.
Okay. So
We're all going in the drink,
these
aren't
are-
we?
rolled a 5. So this is just gonna be a general check situation. You guys managed to leap across the first segment, but as you do, you start feeling chilly as you start leaping across these segments, as the tips of your boots start to end up in the water. By the time you get to the fourth
to the fifth segment of the bridge. You are knee-deep in water. You can see the heavy sort of grating of the bridge on the other side. You're almost there. What do you guys do?
Can Ingvar leap and grab for the grating?
Yep.
Oh, there's still rope on there, isn't there?
No, you guys took the rope with
No,
you.
we had to use it to shimmy
Yeah.
across because we didn't have enough rope for the whole thing.
Okay, so Ingvar, roll me either strength or athletics.
That's going to be either 4 plus 4 or plus 4, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
That's 10.
So 10, which just about makes it. You leap for this heavy grating, and it's cold under your gloved fingers, but you do manage to hang on just about. The tips of your boots dangling in the water below. What's everybody else doing? Vizera just
Dude, I
leaps
guess.
up and gets out of there with...
Boy, I wish I could be a temporary DMPC.
Well, I'm sorry, but you can't. You're here.
Okay.
Oops.
Goodbye.
Yes, I'm fucking running for it as well. Can I use acrobatics though and do a sick flip?
You may, if you wish, yes.
Cool, because that's a +2
118.
versus my -3. My sick flip gave me a 10. Wow.
Yeah, that you just about managed to leap your way across the banisters and onto the edge of the bridge grating.
Yay,
Kazma
wizard gym
just flies across. Prod is going to quickly roll a strength check for a 11 and just about manages to hold on, same as Ingvar. Now it's your turn, Darren.
I rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18 on athletics.
It doesn't matter, it's the same modifier.
Fair enough. You jump across with ease. You all turn to watch as the rest of the bridge slowly finishes descending into the lake. And the lake top is still once more. And that is where we're going to finish it off for today, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I apologize for my sniffly nature today. It's been a bit of a time.
Is that
Oh,
Speaking
goodness.
of,
Speaking of, yeah. So, we're going to call it for the evening. Thank you all very much for joining us. I am going to go and raid a TV sliver who's currently currently doing some software and game development stuff. Thank you all very much for joining us. I hope you had fun. We shall be back tomorrow with something, I'm sure. As for now, have a very good evening, everyone, and a very good night, and we shall see you all next time. Ta-ta for now.
Bye.
bye.